I'm Lorna Maseko. Many of you won't know that I'm actually an event planner in real life. I'm always on the lookout for foodie inspirations to use in my new role as SABC3's hostess. Tlale, icon, innovator, design extraordinaire. When it comes to creating decadence and beauty, no one does it better than the King David himself. So when I got a call from him, I dropped everything and headed straight to Maboneng. Where is he? I honestly can't believe it. The one time Thabo gets to meet one of his favorite fashion designers in the world, he's late. He keeps going on about, I want to do this in fashion.
Hey,
I want to do...
I'm so sorry I'm late.
So forgettable right now.
First of all, I'm wearing a Tlale ensemble. So this outfit requires 3 people to get in here. Apart from me being plus size, I need a bit of olive oil, cooking oil, just to slip into it.
How are you?
I'm
Are you
good.
well?
Mwah.
Look at you.
Always
Looking
fabulous,
lovely.
of course.
Hello,
Try.
Tlale.
My assistant,
How are you,
Thabo.
Tlale?
Squeezing my hand.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm squeezing my hand.
I do apologize. He is a massive fan. So Thabo looked like a popcorn seed that had just seen a popcorn machine for the first time. Oh my God, that's David. Oh my God. I was like, calm down.
Can you just stop with the clothing? Please respect the product.
Thabo, please can you just step out the room and give me my
I think you must sit down.
Yeah, just go outside and
Okay.
play. Find something to do. Well, Thabo wasn't the only one who had to leave. This too was the intern swan song as they bid their mentor David farewell. So what are we doing for them?
So we gotta do like a goodbye cocktail party because 5 of them are leaving and 3 are staying in this new group of interns coming through.
Oh my gosh, you're on that intern level.
I am.
Business
I am.
development, I love that.
We gotta change the game,
Exactly.
isn't it?
About the party, I'm so excited. I'm already
Yes.
seeing black and gold and ambience and just fabulosity and just over the top. Obviously, I have to turn this place around because we don't want it to look like a studio, but
No.
we still want to create an atmosphere where it welcomes people and
Yeah.
kind of represents who you are.
Okay, I've got 10,000 for you.
You know that I'm throwing a party for some friends and, I just want it to be all something nice, What is going on? Did you not pay for rent or something? Are you moving into the office?
I'm diversifying a bit, I thought to myself, since we're so stylish, I can bring the fashion scene to us instead of us going looking for the fashion. You see, look at this young hat. I thought this would be so perfect for your lawns.
No, I
Look, I've got a signature feather boa, so maybe we can have a signature lawnsy hat. How's
Remember
that?
when people used to wear hats like this, and then and then it changed to this,
Yeah,
then it changed to that.
it's the evolution of the hat. Like, remember we used to wear less makeup, now you have like a whole entire face beat?
Sit down. Now you're out of hand. Okay, can we plan the party quickly?
Sure.
Let's start about the venue. First and foremost, it is so big. It's
And
a
it's so
factory.
beautiful and it's so grand, like David Studios, everything.
How do we, Thabo, your concentration levels, we were here, and next minute you...
Well, anywho, I was thinking that maybe we can use the rails to compact the space a bit. Maybe I can go and get like some glasses and incorporate into the space. And the mannequins as well.
I
Because
remember that,
the whole
yeah.
fashion element, just tied it.
You're so smart sometimes, Skippy.
Thank you, Lonzy.
Is your hair growing?
Batung.
Okay, so I think let's move away from your traditional flowers. So try use like scissors, fabrics, meters, whatever you can find to just decorate the space. And then food. Canapes, I'm thinking, have you seen those beautiful like spoons that you can get?
Oh,
You
yes.
could do like maybe seared tuna, something like this.
And then make it easy to swallow.
And you do love to swallow. You do love to swallow. That's why you're getting a ball spot.
No, keep protein helps.
It's too
Protein
much.
helps.
That's the
No,
problem.
Protein is good
That's
for
the
you.
problem. Okay, so these ombre cakes are so popular at the moment, bite-sized, easy to eat, and they are so fun. Okay, I've got a brilliant idea. I think the color scheme should go with these latest collections.
Oh,
so
yes,
the blacks, the gold, the purple, rich and over the top. And I want you to find me something that is going to be a showstopper.
Like a
last
pièce de
number.
resistance, no, last number.
You know that word. Sometimes you do
That's why I'm
surprise
the
me.
assistant. You teach me well, Lawrence.
I know. And now for the menu fit for a king. Canapes are perfect for this affair. Gin and tonic oysters, seared tuna with mango and chili salsa, aubergine stuffed with pesto ricotta, figs with parma ham and goat's cheese, sweet soya duck with noodles, finished off with mini ombre cakes. I think a nice idea as well is to have edible bling. So we'll have some on the cake, golds, it's dust, it's
Edible
gorgeous.
bling. Like when you go to the little boy's room, what happens?
Girl, I don't know. You go figure.
I guess I'll find out.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Why am I wearing shades in the kitchen? Well, I've spent pretty much my morning with the fashion king, and he seems to think that wearing shades indoors when there's no sun is fashionable. So here we go. Today, I just don't get it. This is too much. Fashion, no fashion, who cares? Let's cook. I'm doing a beautiful seared tuna with black sesame seeds, which is going to really just make the plate pop, and it's going to look amazing on a plate. And I think the acidity of that mango with that seared tuna is just going to melt in your mouth and create a fashion, not disaster, but I'd say fashion, give me a word, it's coming. Extravaganza, just the way David likes it. So some mango salsa, so diced mango into the bowl. And then some red onion, chili, some sesame seed oil. It really has a pungent smell. Is that English? I'm not sure. Some lime juice and zest. Salt for seasoning. Tell me what you think of this particular dish. If you tried at home, hashtag me, hashtag the hostess, SABC3. I want to know about it. Let's keep it moving. You season the tuna all the way around, not too much salt. And then you dab it. Dab it. And then, once you've dabbed it, you roll it, roll it, roll it like the tuna or the river. Roll it, roll it. Okay, just keep rolling and focus on the food. Like that, and voila. You make sure that the pan is at medium to high heat, because if it's too hot, first you're going to pop those sesame seeds and you might just burn your face, which you don't want, so we're not going to do that. When you sear the tuna, just make sure that you do it for about 30 to 60 seconds on each side, because girl, that tuna is such a sensitive person. I mean, why can't you just sear it for longer? I'll tell you why. Because overcooked tuna is nasty. I think mine has done its thing. Bob is back at being an uncle or Bob Dylan. And then put it on your board just to rest it, because if you just cut it immediately, everything's going to fall apart, and we like to keep it together. I think that's cooled down beautifully. So what I'm gonna do now is cut off the ends, just because they don't look so nice, and then visually it's gonna look even much better when you just see a beautifully put together cubes. Okay, so once you're done there, is that we're going to put the mango salsa into this little spoon. If you go to a Chinatown and you happen to find these, buy them. They're literally only 3 rand, and they work with any event that you could put together at your home. So they won't be a waste of money. The sweetness of the mango combined with the kick of the chili rounds the flavors beautifully on your palate, giving the tuna the finish. You always, particularly with somebody like David, you always have to add that extra thing that's gonna make it pop or look amazing or stand out, as he always does with everything he does. Store-bought mayonnaise with some whole grain mustard, mix it together, put it in a little piping bag. You can actually buy these piping bags ready for you, so you don't have to try be a chef and create a piping bag, because honestly, if it's ready for you to buy, just buy it. A little trick that I like to do is that before I start squeezing anything from a piping bag, I just want to try it out on a plate first to see the consistency of the mayonnaise and how it's just going to look. And then I have an idea of what I'm working with. I think that looks pretty decent. Excellent. Let's put on to the rest of the canapes. Like I always say, you eat with your eyes, so it's important to have striking color combinations with your canapes to really lift the dishes. Well, David, or Tinkerbell, don't say I didn't add fairy dust to your party.
There's a place that does ice sculptures. Oh, but they're in Cape Town. Okay. Maybe I can call them up. Imagine David Tlale logo on ice. Oh, he's gonna love me for this. Let me call him quick. This is Tabo Bluebird. Now, I'm throwing this incredible party for the king. King David Tlale, of course. Yes. Now, I need an ice sculpture. It needs to be grand, you know? He's like my idol, so him and I just need to win him over, you know? Ah, thank you. Okay, bye. This is so exciting because these sculptures are handcrafted, which means they are super special. And David is gonna love me, and we're gonna do Tabo Bluebird and David Tlale collaborate. My Lord is gonna be so proud of me.
When you're creating a canapé style menu, even though all the food or the canapés are bite-sized and easy to eat, the main course needs to be substantial and really filling. You don't want guests to leave there hungry and going to like a commercial place because you didn't feed them. Let's score. Basically what scoring is that you're just cutting diagonal pieces on the duck so that when the fat renders, it renders smoothly and you still have the juiciness of the duck. The nice thing about duck is that it's so fatty, that girl is so fatty that you don't need to put any form of liquid into your pan. So it literally goes into the pan as is and the fat will render off and you'll actually see, I love a sizzle. All right, that is coming along beautifully. It's a thing of duck beauty. Almost like Sleeping Beauty, but that wasn't a duck, that was a swan. Anyway, baste it. Now that we have our basting sauce, or marinate, whatever works for you. Marinades. Alright, I generally like my duck quite pink, so I think that's ready to go. And rest, you know, these duck and geese and gooses and meat and anything that's red needs to rest. David may be the king of fashion, but honey, I'm the queen of saucy and I give you dripping sauce every time. So with this particular one, we've added coconut cream, which is quite thick and will combine and bring everything together quite beautifully. And also tom yum paste, which is used usually for shrimps and duck, but it goes well with most Asian dishes. I know I'm putting ginger in the beginning, but the flavor of ginger tends to disappear when you put it in at the beginning of any dish. So I sometimes like to add a little bit more towards the end of any sauce. I like to make sure I drench my noodles in the sauce to allow them to soak up all that goodness. I plate them with fresh vegetables just to add a crunch and texture to the dish. If I was preparing this at home for my friends, I would literally put the sauce, the rice noodles, and the vegetables together, gooi as I like to say, and put it on a beautiful plate. But because this is for David, and it's canapés, and it's over the top, and it's extra, and we want to serve as many guests as possible, we're going to have it like this. Skippy really impressed me this time around. He found the perfect way to pay homage to his idol. What stands out better than a custom ice sculpture with David insignia etched in his heart, flown in all the way from the mother city? I must admit though, I was a bit worried that it wouldn't make it in time. You know what? Well done, Skippy. This has truly been a labor of love for the king of fashion, David Tlale. I want to just walk you through everything I've done. So I've got a beautiful fig wrapped in prosciutto, which is one of my favorite hams, especially when I put it with melon, but this time we wanted to do something different. With goat's cheese, which I mixed with whipping cream, and then I found these amazing caviar balls, but they're actually balsamic vinegar, and they look like caviar, so when they put them in their mouth, they're going to snap, crackle, and pop. Whip the goat's cheese and cream together with a pinch of salt and pepper. Cut open the fig and wrap the parma ham around each fig. Pipe a tiny amount of goat's cheese into the center and top with balsamic pearl. What I did with these oysters is that I created a beautiful gin and tonic dressing. Very light, gets you with the kick because of the gin, but does the thing. Chuck, champagne, enjoy. Let the night begin. For my dressing, I mixed gin, tonic, lemon juice, finely grated cucumber, diced red onions, sugar, and a pinch of pepper. And like I say, stir it up. Delicately spoon into each oyster and serve. Absolutely gorgeous. And this beautifully grilled aubergine, which is stuffed with ricotta and basil and pesto, it just tastes amazing and looks great on a plate. And of course, because it is the king of fashion, we couldn't let this party go without any gold. So I dusted these canapes with gold to create a regal party for interns that deserve it. David, you've done well. I salute you for that. With this one, I added mascarpone, basil pesto, walnuts, salt and pepper, and ricotta. Lay the mixture on your aubergine and roll it and keep rolling. And don't forget that sprinkle. So pretty.
Lyndon, this is the biggest day of my life. It's bigger than payday. So it's important that we pull this off, okay? So we need to make sure the fashion element is there. When we leave here, David needs to be super impressed.
Amazing. So I know you've got your fabulous ice sculpture.
That's my piece de resistance for him. When you see it, he's going to melt away.
With David being so opulent, I've decided to go for elements of marble, mirror, gold, silver, crystal, because when he gets in there, it's going to be like a palace of fashion.
OMG, how beautiful is the studio?
Stunning.
And my baby is here. You see, this is the surprise that David is gonna die for.
It looks amazing.
There's nothing better than having a minion. He just helps me out. He does everything I need him to do. Like, he sees my vision, and then he does all the manual labor. Lawrence is gonna be so proud of me. Ow.
Yep, we're gonna have to go and get the other one.
I think we should try this again, but this time I'm not getting my David Tlale outfit dirty. I brought in the rails and the mannequins and some of the furniture from within the studio whilst getting elements from outside like vintage marble tables, glassware, so that you're working within budget and it still looks exquisite. How perfect are these? David can look at himself in the mirror while he eats and we can have all the food here.
Exactly.
Vanity is saved.
Done.
Now for the dessert. I basically wanted to keep the same theme that David has had for his fashion show. So we've gone with purple, some dark flowers, buttercream, because you know, we're gonna layer it beautifully and it's gonna look absolutely delicious and stunning at the same time. From there, I'm going to dress it with some pearls, some silver crystals, icing. It's gonna look amazing and it's going to be a showstopper. I'm going to use the good old cookie cutter, quite sharp, but if you don't have one, you can use a glass or a shot glass. Because I just think the shot glass is smaller, cuter. Normal glass at home is quite big, so it can get a bit difficult to put in your mouth. So I prefer a shot glass. And this is the basic buttercream icing, which I'm going to literally put onto the cake and then layer it up. Here goes. Talk about having your cake and eating it. How cute are these? And now for some bling, edible pearls and diamond sprinkles. Sometimes you look at food and you go, oh, because it just makes you want to go, oh, because it's just so pretty. And there you have it.
Don't you love the setup?
What's wrong?
I have no business telling Lawrence about Lyndon. For what for?
Do you want the negative or the positive? What do you want me to start with?
Let's start with the bad.
I think we underestimated the fact that because the entire place is white, everything is being sucked in. So you can't see anything. It's just, it looks spare. It needs more, it needs color. It needs to be lifted up. You need lighting. So we need to work on that. I love, love, love the ice sculpture.
I've got this, Lawrence. The color scheme, I've got it on lockdown. I hear you with the few extras that I'm gonna add. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Skippy, you better start skipping, honey.
Bye,
Start
Lawrence.
skipping. Everything looks amazing. I hope David and his interns love it too. So pretty.
The interns are famished. Is the food ready yet?
Is the event looking amazing?
Oh, you're gonna be so impressed.
You Tubbs was you back to Skippy.
I'm slayish.
Okay. With the 10,000 Rand budget that David gave us, we were able to splurge on the food and have enough for deco.
There was David Tlale. Look at my work. I was like, oh my word. I hope he does not think I perform like our national sports teams.
This is beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
I said love it.
Love is a good word. Love is
Yes.
So I want to walk you through everything we've done.
Okay.
I hope you love that ice sculpture. Basically, we wanted something grand, beautiful, that still represented the brand that you've built for so
absolutely
many
gorgeous.
years.
I love it.
And of course, champagne and oysters are fantastic to keep a night going for very, very long.
Absolutely, but the ice sculpture is amazing.
When David thanked me for the ice sculpture, my heart literally dropped into my uterus.
I think you nailed it.
The champagne was just flowing. This was the perfect send-off for the interns to fly out into the world and find their fashion wings.
I couldn't help myself but join the party. And the best part is that they were all in all black and I'm wearing black and white, so of course I stood out like the star that I am.
It's like that little kid at school that just would not, you know, when the teacher said, sit down, and they'll be like,
So I just want to congratulate Ntando. I think it's the right thing to do for all of us to do that. Congratulations to the future.
I think beyond the party for me was just seeing those interns and the appreciation they had for what David had done for them.
It doesn't only learn about design, but also humility, that you need your mother in your life.
Winning the internship program is nerve-wracking. It's something that I actually didn't really expect, but I guess my effort and hard work paid off at the end. So yeah, it's a good feeling. That's what it is.
Another one in the can. The fashion can.
You said it better.